Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, thanks for coming back. Now today I am going to be talking about a few different things other than Ambleside Online. That is our main, I guess you say curriculum, but it's really the main book list that we use for our literature-based learning. And I'm behind a few of the reading, but that's okay because I homeschool all year round. So we are going throughout the summer. Whatever I read, I turn into my charter, and we're just at a slower pace. I don't know. But we're continuing. I want to finish the readings. I want to finish the books that we are reading. So we're still with Princess and the Goblin. We're really enjoying that. We are still reading our fables. Not our fables, I'm sorry, our mythology with Kingsley. That's great. I love Anne White's, her annotated book with heroes, because she gives suggestions, discussion questions. I butchered that. But she helps you along with narration, getting the conversation going. And what else am I doing? I'm continuing with our history, with literature, reading poetry. I haven't been reading poetry every day, but because we're doing recitation and I'm probably reading different poetry stuff, poetry's still in our life every other day. So I'm not beating myself up on that, but it's a great habit to have. Now, speaking of habits, any Charlotte Mason moms out there, or if you're in education, I just thought about this. I have not practiced or have not included some kind of habit training. And I noticed that when my 3-year-old is having a hard time with certain things, or my student, my 8-year-old, she is having, she's struggling in forming a certain academic habit. So her regular life habits are normal, they're fine, they're okay, but just other habits, maybe, I don't know, it's more of like an academic push to do well. And I think that's the habit I may want to focus on. Just forgot about it. It wasn't part of my goal. Focus on being excellent in handwriting, having, trying your best. Those are great habits to have. So we are going to add that. I'm going to print it out. I don't have it printed out because I have it on PDF. The Simple Charlotte Mason, not super simple, that's Super Simple Songs. Simple Charlotte Mason, their version, it's Sonia Schaefer's version of habit training. Either I'm going to print out all in one book, which might be the best thing, and then I can bind it, or print it out individually and have it for the week. Either case, I'm adding that into our homeschool. Better late than never. So let's see, Ambleside Online. This is our geography. Geography's been interesting because with charter school, it's social science and social studies, right? Social studies. And so this is our social studies, Marco Polo. I picked this book. I'm not sure what Ambleside, there's a few of them that you can pick, but I picked this one off. And this was recommended also from another, I don't know what other website. So we've been reading, and look at, I use for like heart paper clips, it's bookmarks. But we've been reading this for our social studies, and it's been wonderful. I will tell you that it's not a long read. So you're going to read, some of them are pretty short, but I like that they look like cuttings, like the paper cuttings, do you see? For the art. And in the story itself with Marco Polo of this version, there are ways where you can, after reading the chapter, and that's what we've been doing, let's look up the location on our atlas, on the globe, on the map. So I haven't done map work yet. I know next year we'll be doing more map work, but we're getting familiar with the globe and atlas and maps, and even what's around, what kind of foods do they eat? There are certain things that are mentioned here, certain animals that Marco Polo along the way, he wrote in his nature journal. And I like that there is an emphasis on how much he wrote or how much he drew or wrote on his journal. And it encourages my daughter, or she feels that connection of like, oh, he did that too. Was he homeschooled? But in a sense, yes, he was educating himself in his notebooks. So we've been enjoying this book. If you, I know that there's a few other ones mentioned, but this is a great one to have. It's pretty thin, pretty easy to read out loud as a story. So this is a great living book for social studies and geography that Ambleside has. Now, we also still do, I print it out, but this one is the Charlotte Mason Geography, Elementary Geography. I just print it out and I staple it for the week because I don't have the book. I'm not sure why, but I'll just print it out. And I actually printed out Ambleside Online's, their version. So this is on their website. And the lessons, if you want some questions, there are suggested questions to ask the students that she has in her book, so that you can, right here, you can go along with it and bring up, start discussing and start having that, like Julie Bogart, did I say that? Bogart said, you know, the juicy conversations. Maybe it'll spark some new interest or wonder. I like the questions. It helps me to just remember, what are we learning? Let's visualize it. Let's speak it out so we remember it. And then if we can draw it, then we could draw it. Or if there is an example, you can have your student just copy this. So that's great. I love that. All right. Now, a book that I picked up, and this is just, I mean, I haven't really finished reading it, is Uncovering the Logic of English, a common sense approach to reading, spelling, and literacy. I'm having a hard time. We're struggling in spelling. My daughter reads great, but spelling is a struggle, simple spelling. So she's not, you know what I mean? I'm not really worried. I think she will pick it up just like any other skill. I think reading is important for her to get, because then she can see the words and she can understand. She's like, I know that word. Okay, let me memorize it. Let me start writing it down. And that's what copy work is, right? To get you in all of those, grammar, spelling, even just handwriting beautifully. Well, this one I just got. I'm excited because I wanted to find a book that will help me with her phonics and even just with spelling. And I think that's why I got this one for spelling, having to teach her how to write it and how to say it. I like this. This was something I saw, I don't know where I saw it. I think like on a classical education website. And I am excited to read it. So I don't really know so much about it, but if I'm just flipping through it, can you see it? It's gonna show you different ways to teach phonics. And so how it says, are we adding a vowel suffix? And then there are different ways, there are different examples, and then teaching you how to teach. So I'm excited to read this, to understand how to teach. I was not educated in that. I did not go to college in teaching. So I wasn't in a training program for teaching elementary. So sorry, my hair. So yeah, this is something I'm actually, I like reading these kind of books, just like my teaching math books. It's kind of fun for me. All right, so next is, this won't be too long of a video. I'm still doing the beautiful feet science, and I kind of just want to talk about this. So I know I did a whole video about it, but it's a really straightforward suggestion. Everything is suggested. So you can go ahead and you can read your story of the week. So the story of this week, we read The Golden Glow. And this is a book about a fox who wants to discover a rare flower. So he has to go searching for it. So he takes his I guess you could say camping tools, or really his tools to notebook, to discover. But then the whole lesson is about mapping. So in this curriculum, they are suggesting us and encouraging us as the parents to go through the book itself and even talk about why we see these in maps. You know, what are the altitudes and what are the, you know, what are the peaks? And you can see that this is like a up-down version view of whatever we're looking at. But I like that this fox he's studying botany, so he wants to look up this rare flower. And then the living aspect of it is like, well, these are our tools. So it shows you like, maybe I can have that tools. And then it reminds me of those books that are like little field guides. Like, these are the type of trees he encountered. And he knows about it. And let me show you an example. For the week, we are learning about altitudes. We're learning about peaks. And we're gonna go through in a sense, that can be kind of geography if you're really thinking about it. Oh, I'm trying to find that page. I know it's here somewhere. So here it goes. So instead of having a textbook, this is a great living book that Beautiful Feet encouraged us to read, to use as a whole. It's like all in one, making connections and learning about the altitudes and learning about mapping. So that's this week, and I just wanted to just share that we've been enjoying this. My 3-year-old sat in the lesson, and it was fun. And I think having a picture book to do a living picture book to do our science study with a toddler definitely helps. So I just wanted to share that. We're doing that. We still have our notebooking, our little notebook, and our notebook. The week before we were doing trees. So these are the trees in my backyard. Can you see? And we just did the leaf rubbings and then she's gonna copy work her vocabulary words. She still has to finish it. And then she drew because, kids get distracted. But I actually printed out this is a sticker paper, and it's the HP Sprocket. I got it from a homeschool mom, an idea. I'll put it in the link if you want to add that onto your Christmas list, or you just want to have it for homeschool supplies. Totally worth it. My charter pays for it, so I love using these sticker to put in our notebooks. And these are, instead of just having it printed out and then maybe using a glue stick, these are great. So that's what I've been using. And I think I've showed you before in a different video. Even I printed out with the HP Sprocket a picture of my daughter. It reminds me, you're doing a memory, like a memory keepsake. So you're having your memory keepsakes, and these are our mushrooms. So this notebook came with the Beautiful Feet Science. I just add to it. I add stickers to it. And if I'm not doing their assignment, I'm gonna be doing maybe our assignment. I'll add to it. Yes, we're still doing William Blake. I got this book to go along with our William Blake Term 1 poem / recitation. My daughter she's doing, her recitation is Tiger Tiger by William Blake. And so this is from, I think this is from the 80s, but it has the poem in it completely. So we're pairing this with, we're making it a whole thing where we're going to be studying, I guess, a poet. Which reminds me, if you're going to be doing artist appreciation, music appreciation, if you can do a poet appreciation / biography, it's history, that's wonderful. So we kind of added that to us. So that's it. That's all we've been doing this in this last couple weeks. And I know it's been almost like, it feels like a month since I posted, but that's what we've been doing little by little. First of all, trusting the process. My daughter's doing handicrafts on her own afternoon occupations. I hear somebody. And we are continuing. She's doing great in reading. That's what I do like about our charter school assessments. I'm not there, and they're doing assessment. She's in her room taking her assessment, and then I can see where do we need to focus, and I actually do like that. So if that's been great, and I was glad that she's able to be at a certain level of reading. I didn't focus on that, but I like it. And then what else? We do need to work on some math, but we got our wild math, so we're gonna be working on a lot of hands-on mental math. And I think once we get the mental math, she'll be fine. She'll feel confident in the random questions that they have online for her assessment. So that's it. If you guys have any suggestions for, for math, if you have any suggestions on math helps, I got some games that I'm going to be working on, some flashcards. Let me know in the comments. That'd be great. I'm always love getting advice from other parents and teachers to help me with like math help. So she's 3rd grade and we're working on multiplications. So, and she's also doing the triple digits and subtractions. So we're working on that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.